Hey guys, so I'm trying to get as close to the camera as possible because it is a very gloomy day. So if I'm closer to the camera, you'll be able to see me better. Wishful thinking at this point. Anyways, first thing that I am decluttering are these dreadful white shoes. They're comfy, I'm not gonna lie. They are really comfy and they go with jeans, which I don't own right now. I kind of decluttered my jeans in the summertime. The issue that I have with these isn't comfort. It is the fact that when you wear them, you are terrified of getting them dirty. Every time I wear them, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. Literally. Like right now they're showing up really white, but that's just because my camera's making them look really white. Best believe, you guys, they are so dirty. And I think I've only worn them like 20 times because they literally give me anxiety when I wear them. I personally don't like to wear them because every time I do, I feel like I have to wash them, which I end up doing because I don't want them to get ruined. So I think I'm just saying no to white shoes, white sandals, white shoes in general. I don't care if they're shoes, heels, sandals, flats. I don't think that they're for me in my lifestyle right now. If I was gonna say, like, if I was living alone and maybe had more time on my hands. But then again, even if I was, I don't, like, who wants to spend their free time cleaning white shoes constantly? So anyways, I'm passing these along because I don't want to be afraid with wearing shoes. I wore these, the last time I wore these was in September. My mother-in-law has an apple tree in her yard. So my partner was like, let's go apple picking and bring some free apples home. I'm all about free things, so I was down. And then I realized that I was wearing these shoes, trying to look cute, trying to look matchy. And what ended up happening, I was terrified to go in the grass. I was like, you know what, this can't happen. This cannot ruin my apple picking experience. This just cannot happen. I ended up picking apples with them. When we got home, I threw them in the wash and they're still stained. There's still mud stains on them, especially over here. Again, you guys are not going to be able to see it because the lighting's messing them up, but they are somewhat brown and yellow looking. That's another thing. When they get out the wash, they're yellow. So you have to like wrap them in toilet paper and let them sit near the window. It's a whole process. And I'm finally saying goodbye. Another pair of shoes that I'm getting rid of, and you guys have seen me wear this style shoe forever, and it's time for me to say goodbye. I am kind of over the thong sandal look. Now, this is only my second pair. If you guys go back to my first videos where I started my channel, I think it was like 2017, I had an Old Navy pair. And unfortunately, Old Navy doesn't sell these kind anymore, so I had to purchase them from LC. These are from Kohl's. And yeah. I just feel like I spent my entire teens and 20s wearing thong sandals. I feel like it's time for a change. I'm changing my style. I'm not purchasing anything new at the moment. Most of you already know I'm on a saving spree. So I'm not looking to purchase anything new right now. And it is winter time, so I don't really need sandals. This is the only pair of sandals that I own. Next year, I think I'm going to purchase a pair of like these. Obviously not designer brand, but I'm looking for a more elevated sandal look. And then maybe I will purchase something a little bit heavy duty if we go to the beach. Because even when I went to the beach in these, we went to the Hampton beach, I was terrified of ruining these. And they did get really, really dirty. And I've tried to clean, like, I know you're not supposed to clean the soles because they're going to get dirty regardless. But I tried so hard to like get like seaweed stuff off, and they were just stained a little bit from wearing them. Also, they got ruined right here, which you guys aren't going to be able to see. It's like lifting up. Now you can see it. And that was just from one day at the beach with them. It's time to say goodbye to this type of sandal. And next year I do plan on purchasing a pair of like elevated sandal look. I don't know if that makes any sense, but something that's gonna make my outfits look a little bit not like a thong style. I don't know how else you want to call these, but that's what I call them because they kind of remind me of a thong. And I do feel like this type of sandal doesn't flatter my feet anymore. I'm looking at my feet right now. I have very, very long toes. My toes somewhat look like fingers. And I just feel like this type of sandal does not flatter my wide, long toe feet. So it's time for me to say goodbye, pass these along to someone else. Even though they are a little bit ripping, someone else can still get some use out of them. Another thing that I'm getting rid of, and this is something where a lot of you guys are gonna be like shocked. I have been pretty honest with what I've been doing lately with my skincare routine. So number one thing that I'm getting rid of is my kale detox. I know. I've been using this since I was like 22, 23 years old. It's time to let it go. This dries out my skin a lot, and I just thought it was normal, so I would just use this and then apply a bunch of moisturizer on. But as much as this does help acne prone skin, I will say it causes severe dryness. So just be careful when you're using this product, because if you have dry skin, don't use this. It will make your skin even drier. Every time I would use this and I didn't apply a moisturizer afterwards, my like right here will get really, really dry. Over here will get dry. So this is a product that's only meant for oily, blemish skin. The person I'm going to give this to is my sister-in-law. She loves it. It's working great for her skin. We have somewhat similar skin type. I'm more sensitive than her, but we both have oily, acne-prone skin. So this is working great for her. I feel like with me right now, my skin is changing. I don't know if it's due to my diet or something like that. I have no idea. But I do break out here and there still. I have actually some pimple stickers on today. But you guys know I don't wear makeup. I haven't worn makeup in years. Just giving my skin a huge break from products all in general. This has just got to go. I don't want it to stay in my shower and then it expires. I'd rather just pass this along. There's about like this much product left. I only use that much, like a tiny bit. I also already cleaned the cap and sanitized it, so it's all ready for her to use. Also, you guys, when I get another thing that I'm like kind of decluttering, and this is just random, but I'm just decluttering a couple free samples. We don't really need to talk about this because I personally don't use free samples, and the reason for that is because I have sensitive, acne prone, oily skin. It just doesn't work out for sensitive skin girls and guys like myself. That's gotta go. I'm gonna give that to my sister-in-law as well. I've been like, I was sucked into, again, not perfect, but I will forever be honest with you guys as much as I can. Sheet mask. I wanted to love this brand so much. This is Mary and May. You guys aren't going to be able to see it because of the glare. I don't want to open it. I'll tell you guys why in a minute. This is the niacinamide vitamin C brightening mask. It comes with 30 masks for $9. Again, Korean skincare is like up here. It's top tier with their price and quality. But I heard from, who was it? I don't know if it was Cassandra or Dr. Dre. I watch a lot of their videos and I get sucked into some of the products that they mention. But one of them said that this will help with acne scars, and I do have a lot. You guys aren't able to see them on this camera. This is my DSLR camera. This camera does a really good job at smoothing my skin and making it look perfect. But for those of you that watch my vlogs, you know my skin is not perfect. Because with my vlog camera and my regular iPhone camera, it shows the impurities that I'm trying to fix, especially the acne scars. So I heard that niacinamide is great, and I wanted to use this so bad. I actually didn't even use it. I didn't use not one sheet mask because the minute I opened this tub, it has a very, very strong perfume, fragrance smell. I don't know how else I can describe it. It just smells like, what is that perfume? When I worked at a nursing home, there was this one old lady that would wear half a bottle of perfume. What was it called? I think it was called Diamonds by Elizabeth Taylor. I think it was Diamonds. Yeah, Diamonds and by Elizabeth Taylor, and that stuff smells so bad. No offense to anybody that likes it. I think it's just me, honestly. I think I'm the problem because I have such a sensitive nose. The older I'm getting, the more sensitive I'm getting with smells and with certain products. So this product makes me want to throw up. The smell of it, I just get like instant nausea. I just, it just makes me want to run to the bathroom and throw up. So I was so excited to use this. When I opened it, it has like tweezers. I don't want to open it because it's going to make me nauseous, but it has tweezers inside where you can pick up the mask and put it on. If this was fragrance free, then I would use it in a heartbeat. I would use it. It's not fragrance free, unfortunately, and I'm gonna have to pass this along without trying it. I wasted $9, which sucks. You cannot really, like, to return something from Korea, the shipping alone, it's best to just give it to someone else. I mean, it is $9. I told my sister-in-law about it. She's willing to try it out. She doesn't have a sensitive nose like I do. It's to the point where I can't even wear perfume at all anymore. Back in my 20s, I used to wear perfume constantly. Like, in my early 20s, I used to wear Gucci, Versace, and this was way before I adapted a vegan, cruelty-free lifestyle. Yeah, so now that I'm in my 30s, smells bother me. Like, certain fragrances bother me a lot. Passing this along, unfortunately. I'm so sad to, like, pass this along because as much as I tell you guys, like, don't waste your money on disposable masks, I know I sound like a hypocrite, but I'm trying any and everything to get rid of my acne scars without doing treatment. I know there's like, you can go see a dermatologist and get those like lasered out, but it's just so much money to do that. So I'm trying to do like the alternative, which is niacinamide, vitamin C, stuff like that. And using just vitamin C would not work for my skin type. Again, sensitive skin here. So when vitamin C is mixed with niacinamide or things like that, it's good for sensitive skin girls like myself and guys. It's not gonna work for me. It just smells so bad, and I wish that skincare companies would stop putting fragrance in their skincare. Like, my face does not need to smell like anything. It doesn't need to smell like roses. It doesn't need to smell like anything. It's skincare. It goes on your face and that's it. Why does it need to smell good? That's what perfume's for. That's what deodorant is for. That's what laundry soap is for. Like, I just don't get it. Another random things I'm getting rid of is socks. I'm hesitant to even talk about like the clothes that I'm getting rid of because it's a little bit, but there's reasons why. So as much as I love socks, these don't fit me anymore. They keep falling off. Every time I put these socks on, I'm constantly lifting them and lifting them. It is such a pain in the butt. So I'm gonna pass these along to family members, and yeah, I think it's just my feet. Again, I have very wide feet, so I think it's just me, not the socks issue. Maybe they did stretch out a little bit with me wearing them constantly, but they just don't stay on. And what's the point of owning socks that don't stay on? Like, I'll wear them to bed in the winter time, and yes, I do wear socks to bed. If you live in a colder environment, even if the heat is on, I don't care what you guys say, like, wearing socks to bed is the best. Your feet are not cold while going to bed. So if we lived in a warmer climate, obviously I wouldn't do that. But every time I woke up, these were off my feet. Or if I wear them around the house, they're falling off my feet. So now they can fall into someone else's lap. Another thing that I'm getting rid of, oh my goodness, I forgot that this one was stained. These two items, there's many reasons on why I'm getting rid of them, and I'll explain in a minute. You guys have seen me wear these forever. I'm trying to show them. They're just my regular zip-up jackets. It's gonna be hard for me to show the full length with you guys, but you guys have seen me wear these forever, so most of you know what they look like. This is my white zip-up one, and then I have my black zip-up jacket. The reason why I'm getting rid of them is, yes, they don't fit me correctly because I am a lot heavier these days, and I'm okay with that. I'm learning that this is a process. Weight loss isn't as easy as it was when I was in my 20s and your 30s, and I'm sure in my 40s. It's taken time. So I'm trying my best. I'm exercising every day. just trying my best to eat healthy, and I'm not looking for a quick fix. I know this is a process, so whatever just doesn't fit me and I don't feel comfortable in anymore, I'm getting rid of. And these two things are just so damn tight. I'm over the tight clothing look. I like loose items. Like, I've owned this since 2017 or 2018. You guys can go back to my old videos. You'll see the same sweater. I like loose clothing like this. So even when I was thinner, it fit me. When I'm heavier right now, it fits me. I feel like it's versatile that way with your body, especially with us women. I feel like our weight fluctuates a lot more than men, especially with us going through hormones each month with our period or having babies. Our weight fluctuates with that. So anyways, I just feel like having tight items like this, like if I was to get a jacket like this again, I would go a little bit bigger. I just don't want my items to be tight anymore. And the only thing that I own that's somewhat tight are my leggings, and those are fine too to like work out in and stuff, but I'm kind of like running away from tight shirts. I think these are the last tight shirts that I own. Everything else that I own is very like loose fitting and a little bit more elegant looking. I wore this, let me put this one down. Now I'm making a lot of noise for you guys. I wore this one particular when I actually got my hair cut. I went to my sister-in-law's salon. You know how like the salons have the big mirrors? I noticed how bad this was fitting me and just making me look a little bit bigger than I am. And there's nothing wrong with that, you guys. But for me, I didn't like how I looked in this. It made me feel very uncomfortable. And I'm that kind of person these days that like, I want to feel comfortable. I want to feel comfortable in what I'm wearing. I want to feel comfortable with the color, the fit, all of that. So I just don't think this was flattering. Sometimes I feel guilty like getting rid of clothes that like I don't even have many clothes, and I know this is a process, so I have to kind of remind myself that weight loss is a process. And also another thing that's like a huge process is me switching over my style. My style is evolving. Even though I'm not purchasing any clothes anytime soon, I'm making room for those future items right now. Again, if I was to purchase something like this material in the future, it will be a little bit more loose fitting than super, super tight. Because having tight leggings and then a tight sweater, like I'm just not in that kind of like era anymore with my life. I like things to be comfortable and a little bit more of a relaxed, elegant fit, if that makes any sense. I have had this for a long time, but it's time to get rid of it. We're not traveling anytime soon. We don't plan on leaving the US or anything like that. So I do have time to find a carry-on that fits my needs. I think I might go with something a little bit bigger than this. This just doesn't fit my needs anymore. If I was to travel right now, this would not fit my jackets, my bulky sweaters. The clothing items that I wear now are a lot, again, bulkier, so they wouldn't all fit in here. And this is pretty tiny. You know, I'm not that 27-year-old girl where I can fit everything in here. It's just not that, especially with me getting into fashion a lot more now, and I don't know, wanting to look put together more and not look like, oh, I'll just wear this. So I don't know if I'm making any sense, but what I'm trying to say is if we were to travel, my clothes won't fit in here because they're a lot bulkier, especially my pea coat jackets. I don't have any like summer clothes, like summer dresses or anything, but my wardrobe is going to change and it's going to get a little bit bigger when I figure out what pieces I want, I figure out my budget, things like that. So a lot of change is coming, and one of the changes I also want to make is getting a new travel luggage situation. I'm not sure if I want to go with a real luggage or another carry-on. I'm not sure if this is a rumor, but I heard that you have to pay for carry-ons now. Like, they're not free. When we used to travel, back in like 2018, 2019, and I brought this with me, and I brought a blue backpack, and this and my backpack was free. We didn't have to pay for any type of extra luggage, but I heard it's different now ever since COVID. So I don't know if I'm gonna end up getting a bigger one. We will see. I do have my eyes on a couple luggages, but they are pricey. I'm looking for one that's gonna last me years and years from now, so we will see. I personally don't want this material anymore, like this cloth looking material. I don't want that anymore. I want something that's not gonna get scratched, and I want something that I can easily like wipe down after a trip. So it was kind of like hard to wipe this one down. Anyways, that is everything that I'm getting rid of, but I'm decluttering this little anti-haul. I know you guys want me to do these hauls more frequently, but if you guys see my cat back there, Milo, what are you doing? He's a maniac. But back to what I was saying, I know you guys want me to do these hauls a lot more frequently. Unfortunately, I just don't get rid of things. Like, you're lucky I'm getting rid of this stuff because I barely have things as it is. So once in a while, I will go through what I own, what doesn't fit correctly, and then I will do a little video. But I don't do this as frequently as I used to when I was younger. In reality, I only declutter like once a year, if that. And that's just because I'm pretty good at keeping the items that I know are gonna serve a purpose for my lifestyle, and if they don't, then that's when I'll start going through things. But right now everything is fine. All the clothing items that I have in my closet, I just went through it while I was doing all of this, and everything is perfectly fine. Most of it is winter stuff, but everything fits me okay. Yeah, so stay tuned for like future clothing hauls and stuff, because I do plan on getting into somewhat of a new style. I have talked to you guys about this. I want to say like maybe I'll start purchasing clothes in like a year or two from now. It's gonna take time because I'm still learning, like, where do I buy these clothes? How much do I want to spend? You know, it's a whole different thing when you're older. It's like you don't want to waste the money, but you know you have to spend some money to get high quality clothes. So yeah, and also the thrift stores. I know you guys want to see me go thrifting and stuff. The issue that I have with thrift stores right now is that their prices are like skyrocket. I don't know if you guys have seen, like, go to your local thrift store. There's so many reels right now, TikToks, of how bad the thrifting has gotten, like with the pricing. It is insane. So I went like last month with my sister. I think it was the beginning of last month. And we were just looking at stuff, and then we seen the price tags of like a sale of a sweater like this, and it has a little tiny rip where you can go get that rip, you know, taken care of at the tailor. But that sweater that has the rip, you're not paying $5 for it anymore, or $3 for it. I used to pay $1 for shirts back in 2016 at the thrift store. And that sweater or those pair of pants that you're looking at the thrift stores are like $15, $30, $20, $40 for clothes that need to get fixed. It's just insane. I don't know if it's my area or the LA area. I feel like I see a lot of LA thrift stores. Their prices are very similar to ours in Boston. I just feel like the thrift stores are taking advantage because everybody has been thrifting lately. It's popular. So I feel like they're skyrocketing their prices to make the highest profit, I guess. Which is wrong because it defeats the purpose of a thrift store. Anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this little anti-haul. Let me know down below what are some things that you are getting rid of. What area in your house needs the most decluttering? Is it the attic? Is it the bedroom? I feel like every time I declutter, it's either the bathroom closet or my closet. That's usually the areas I kind of like roam around when it's time to declutter. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next video.